Well, Pittsburghers know that Myron Cope was so much more than just the voice of the Pittsburgh Steelers. He broadcasted sports from right here in our WTAE Channel 4 studios.
In addition to his Hall of Fame TV and radio career, he is perhaps best known throughout the world as the creator of the Terrible Towel. And a new book, Behind the Yoy, explores the life of Myron Cope beyond the football field. Anchor Shannon Perrine talked with the authors, and one of them is Elizabeth Cope, his daughter. Shannon?
That's right. This is really interesting. I can't wait for this book to come out. Behind the Yoy, right? So his daughter, Myron Cope's daughter, helped write this book along with author Dan Joseph. We spoke with both of them recently, and we did that right here in this studio, which is a very meaningful piece of Pittsburgh real estate.
What is the textile that rises from the Cope-riscope?
Studio B inside WTAE Channel 4, where Myron Cope's fame grew. The voice, the catchphrases. Just the consummate performer and just the heart and soul of Pittsburgh and Pittsburgh sports. And we're sitting in the room where he used to broadcast on Channel 4.
I know, that's strange.
Isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, it's like another life. It's very interesting. I was excited when Dan asked me to write a few chapters. That's why, you know, we hooked up. And because I talked about growing up with him in my own personal memories, things that people don't know already.
I was 15. I was in the Mount Lebanon Library, and I was reading this book about old-time football players, interviews. And I really liked the book, and I just happened to glance at the spine of the book, and it said, Myron Cope. And I had no idea until that point that he had been a big-time sports writer before starting his broadcast career.
Dan Joseph connected with Elizabeth Cope when he knew she kept her dad's archive of paperwork, a file mapping out how 20th century sports often detoured through Pittsburgh. After newspaper jobs in Erie and Pittsburgh.
And then he went on to magazine writing, where he became one of the most successful and renowned sports writers. Sports Illustrated, Life, Look, the Saturday Evening Post. One of his first big profiles was Jerry West, the NBA player who recently passed. And then he over the years, he did Jim Brown of the Browns, Red Auerbach, Elgin Baylor, Muhammad Ali, Howard Cosell, Arnold Palmer, all sorts of really major athletes.
Their new book, Behind the Yoy, explores the often copied, never replicated Pittsburgh Steelers' famous Terrible Towel, created by WTAE's Myron Cope.
Fly your terrible towel. This is Myron Cope.
Just feels like larger than life. It's weird, and I feel kind of in awe that I'm connected to it. But I think back to, like, it makes me think of my childhood and stuff, and more personal memories, like flying a kite with my dad.
Dan Joseph explores Cope's challenges, too. His given name, Myron Kopelman.
They wanted a less Jewish sounding name. And Cope with a C looked less Jewish than Kopelman with a K.
You heard him on the radio, saw him on TV. Myron Cope, Behind the Yoy, reveals this Pittsburgher's real life when the tally light turned off. And that book is available starting September 1st. I'm Shannon Perrine. Back to you guys.